see. Let's get the process started here. Excuse me. Jesus. Yeah, remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines, everybody. Guard your privacy jealously. Hello, good evening. How are you? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Well, I guess it's the last 10 minutes of Friday. Just got a new amp. Cool. Anito Burrito. Fontito. Black and gold G-Shock, eh? Cool. Congrats. Saturday in Australia. Well, it's gonna be Saturday here in 10 fucking minutes. Okay, you're not that special. All right. 10 minutes from now, it'll officially be Saturday. So let's not get too out of control. Okay. You just lost $500 at the strip club. You just lost it? Or did you make it rain? Because you might have got your pockets run through, depending on the strip club you went to, bro. You might have got your pockets run through, bro. At the strip club, bro. Damn. I don't even know what to tell you about that, man. That sucks. That's what OnlyFans is for. I mean, that's what Pornhub is for. Am I wrong? You motherfuckers that pay people. I gotta tell you guys, I will never understand that. I guess I could sympathize slightly with people that are into like findom stuff. Like if that's really what gets you off is like spending too much money, then I guess. But like most guys, I think they think that there's like gonna be an ROI eventually. And that's just like the saddest thing to me. Like you think that, hey, if I simp enough, if I send this girl enough thousands of dollars, right? Or this guy, I guess, that this person is gonna eventually like notice me and I'm gonna get special treatment, maybe even like, I might even maybe get like a fucking relationship out of it. You know what I mean? It's just like, it gets very sad. It's very sad very quickly. These people are funny to laugh at. Yeah, I mean, I guess I feel bad for them sometimes, you know? It's like, I almost feel the same way for people that are addicted to those like gotcha phone games. You know what I mean? Where like you've got to buy like impulse purchases and stuff in order to actually compete. You just get like locked in this cycle of having to spend money on that shit constantly, you know? I feel like that, I don't know why, but I feel like those things are connected. I feel like those types of people are similar types of people, I guess. You're looking to fill a similar void. Who are you? Nobody. I'm a boxcar and a jug of wine and a straight razor if you get too close. What kills me are the whales that will spend hundreds of thousands on a game, so you don't have to do it, so they could show you what you can get. Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild shit, you know? I don't think I've ever purchased anything in one of those games before, and I'm glad for that. I'm not a very like gambling addictive kind of person. I've never had that problem, but better not to fuck around and tempt fate, right? Who the fuck knows, bro? I might be dark side Phil in like just a month, begging you guys for money. Come on. I spent $1.99 on an Angry Birds game because the level pissed me off, and that was the end of my mobile gaming career. Damn, though. You swiped on Angry Birds, bro? You swiped on Angry Birds? My G, my cousin, my homie. I don't know if I can sanction that, bro. I don't know if I can sanction that. It was a learning experience. Oh, okay. All right. You put it that way. Fair. Okay. It was a learning experience. Fair enough. Anything about mesh networks in terms of your ham radio and network technician experience? No. No, not at all. What's the most random fact that you know? Most random fact that I know? Shit. Man, I know some random ass facts too. I know some random facts. I don't know, man. I can't think of a single fact right now. Maybe there's no such thing as a fact. You ever think about that? Itchy hair, you should take a bath once in a while. I'll try that. You're a thumbnail designer, huh? Yeah, I'll pass. I'm gonna pass on that. Thanks, though. Boy, here come the stupids. You've got to be the 120th person to drop Gabe Newell. So congratulations. You're 120th out of 120 retards. How does that make you feel? Is that good? You came in last place in a race that was populated by 119 other retards. How does that feel? Does that feel good? Moobs. Come suckle them. Come get you a mouthful of each. You gonna stare? You just gonna stare? You gonna eat? Get in here. We know where your eyes are trained. Now get your ass in here and suckle. Where you at? Oh yeah. What a fucking weirdo, bro. Stoopy, Stoopy. This is just like the parade of Stoopy tonight. I think I'm going to turn on monetization on this channel just so I can turn on members only. That is going to be fucking sick. I think I'll do it. I'll leave it on normal until times like this, and then it just goes members only. Bloop. And then once the skibbities have zipped by, then we bloop, pull it out of members only, right? Oh yeah. It's almost every night though. Douchebaggery is pretty much like par for the course. People have gotten so used to being anonymous that they just kind of like travel around the internet thinking that they're funny. And it's really kind of sad to watch. Night after night, bro. The same fucking 5 comments. Shit that they stole from some other chatter in some other dude's fucking chat. Give me, like, figure that out. You can't even come up with the shit on your own. You steal it because you saw somebody else say it, and then you spread it all around the internet until it's completely meaningless. I don't even know the last time one of these motherfuckers got a single ha in response. You'll watch them all night. Dude, are you haggling? Not a single, huh? Not one person goes like, huh? It's just like dead zone shit. Like completely and utterly just falls dead. And then like 2 or 3 will do it right after. It's fucking crazy, bro. It's fucking wild. But it's also a nightly occurrence. Yeah, that's a good way to get your ass banned. Hey guys, what's going on in here? Like the main character just arrived. Oh shit, hold on, let's catch this fucking guy up. So stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Yeah, dude. The head bitch in charge just came in and wants us to stop and catch him up on everything that's been talked about in the stream. Hey guys, nobody 776 is here, dude. Let's stop the stream and let's explain. I like arguing with the dummies sometimes. Me want to go down. Get a ban out. How about that? Now put that in a compilation. Give me the shout-out. Could I have a shout-out? It's my birthday. You ever wish you could just like reach through the internet, slap somebody in the face? God damn, that would change the world. That'd be like my Death Note power. I can reach through and bitch slap you in the face any fucking second. Anytime you're using a device. Yeah, me? Well, watch this. Let's see who slaps better. Oh, looks like I win. See what I mean? Too fucking stupid. I'll donate you $2 to stop smoking. How about I just ban you and you keep your $2? Slap people without getting an assault charge. Well, that would be battery. Assault doesn't involve any physical contact. Assault is me doing that to you. Or saying, I'm about to beat your fucking ass and making my way towards you. That's assault. That's why they call it assault and battery. Once somebody has initiated violence towards you or given you reason to believe that they will, you've been assaulted. I like that. Sarah, Sarah, stars are moving in your eyes. Sarah, Sarah, no time is a good time for goodbyes. Is that Jefferson Starship? I think it is, actually. That's a good song. Why did that song just pop in my in my head? Man. I wonder if some of these motherfuckers know it's gonna be their one and only chat, or if they're just like, if they're just used to like cruising live to live and saying something stupid and just getting ignored. And I got a whole squad of killers, bro. We have like 8 accounts because YouTubers are sensitive. Well, now you got 6. Now you got 6. Now you have to make a couple more for up in here. What song reminds you of the most of autumn? California Dreamin'. Hold me now, I'm 6. Hold me now, I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking. Oh shit. I know, dude. The amount of booty burn that some people display just gets them banned over and over again. Like, nobody would ban Omar if he just came back on another thing, was just like, all right, I'm not gonna be a totally fucking reprehensible, repellent, zit-faced douchebag up in here. Like, I'm just gonna pretend that I'm a normal person, and he'd just be chilling with us. But he's an utterly repellent, asocial fucking weirdo. Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking. Yeah, just clear the screen right now, y'all. There is a legitimate retardism going on in the chat tonight. Yep. That's the triple tap, homie. Are we gonna count how many fucking accounts you have, bro? That's getting sad. That's a triple tap tonight. No, you won't be normal. You'll be banned. See ya. You don't have to change your name. You're not allowed to be Omar anymore. Oh yeah, he's on site. He's on site. You know, I can't throw him out of a bar or publicly shame him at a movie theater or something. That's really what Omar needs. But, you know, I can give him the equivalent of that on the internet. He's persona non grata here. Anybody that even sounds like they might be an alt of his is gone. He's on the fucking... That dude's ego got spanked. Oh, is that the fucking dork that I had on? Oh, that makes it even sadder, bro. If that's the dork that I had on, that makes it even worse, bro. I just thought he was just some fucking idiot that decided to burn some alts tonight. Ooh, bro, I don't remember that fucker's name. Are you kidding me? That's the moron that came on. What was he on? Like a couple weeks ago, I think. Yeah. Oof. Oof. You live rent free in his head. You know what the fucked up thing is, though, Matt? I didn't even booty burn him. I literally just kind of like sat there while he had a fucking legitimate... Yeah. He was like, how are you going to be a labor advocate when you hate you hate people that mow your lawn? I'm like... So yeah, he's permed. Dude, when a guy doesn't know that he's been publicly humiliated, there's nothing you can do for the man. Dude, I would have never came back in here as Omar again. I mean, you're multiple, man. Just come up with a different name, bro. Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge. Hey, bro, what's topic? I mean, it's nothing that you would know about, probably. When you hitch your identity to the Dems, it must hurt when somebody points out that they're just Republicans 10 years ago. Not even 10 years ago, bro. The Dems are legitimately super close to the Republicans that ran in 2020. Like, you don't even got to go back a decade. It's just a full-blown Republican Party now. We got 2 Republican parties. And these lesser of 2 evil people have doubled and tripled down on this fucking tactic over the last 2 or 3 cycles, a lot of these young people. And they just can't admit that they fucked up. They can't admit that they just kind of like legitimized a second Republican Party by allowing the Democrats to be the bottom of the barrel. Evening, Paul. Happy to see you. Cam looking extra crispy today. New phone. Just, I don't know. No, it's the same phone I use every day. Party switch, but what will the left get out of it, if anything, I wonder? Nothing. I mean, it'll be like, if there is a party realignment happening right now, or if we're in the early stages of it, it'll just be centrist and Republican by the time they're done. It'll be the same arrangement we had with the Democrats for 20, 30 years. You can't put it back in there because a new one's in there now. It's been supplanted, bro. Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking. Yeah, a section of the upcoming TV gauntlet. Could you do bad stand-up amateur comic segment? Bro, I don't like that type of shit. When somebody's bombing hella hard, I get secondhand embarrassment real bad, bro. It's like sometimes even in here, when like that dude, that Omar guy, like the reason I didn't go harder on him is because I was just fully embarrassed for him by about like a minute in. I was like, he doesn't know. He doesn't know he's fucking looking like a retard, bro. And it just kept getting worse, you know? And so I get like mad secondhand embarrassment, bro. It's really tough for me to watch people like that are socially inept. Like, have you guys ever seen those, like, I'm trying to think of like an example that pop up all the time. I hate it when people are socially unconscious and they fuck with people that are just trying to go about their day. It's like these prank channels where they're like taking somebody that's walking down the street and trying to like make content out of them, prank them, ask them some stupid question. That shit goes all over me, bro, because I just want to punch a motherfucker. I hate that shit, bro. And then when there's like some stupid motherfucker that doesn't know, and he's the only one that's not in on a joke, and everybody else is dogging on him and he doesn't get it, or her, I guess, I'm just like, I can't fucking deal with that, bro. Yeah, like everything Boogie was doing in that fucking clip we watched a couple shows ago. Just bothering people that don't want to be out and about anyway. Like, nobody is excited to go to fucking Walmart at 8 o'clock. Then you got some big fat dude with an extra fupa. Got double foop. Standing out there in a big giant 12X fucking white dudes for Harris tee. And just going, like flashing his big, disgusting chiclet teeth at you. White dude for Harris. I do there. It's just like, oh my God, I just want to haul off and... Because here's the thing, I know those type of people just need to have their teeth knocked in one time. And I know it's fucked up. But I really feel like a tune-up would fix a whole lot of fucking people, bro. Just one pop in the fucking mouth, bro. Just one good tooth busted out, and I guarantee you ain't gonna fucking do it again. And I think we've created a society that's almost too polite. I don't think you should haul off and hit everybody in the mouth just for annoying you, but like some of these fucking people that are just out there, they're bringing their lack of social ability out into the world and just foisting it on your night, dude. They think they're being funny, whatever the fucking case may be, it's at your expense. I feel like you fill that motherfucker's mouth with their own teeth one time, right? Once. And you fixed that human being, right? You haven't fixed the psychological underpinning that made them do that. You've just made them fear the consequences of it. I don't know. Is that fucking harsh and authoritarian? Probably. But that's how I feel. It didn't work on Cyrax. No, I mean, yeah, it did. When's the last time Cyrax went out in public and did a goddamn thing? I mean, that's how it's worked for the balance of human history. It's only recently in the human story that we've decided that you can't slug somebody in the mouth that needs it. I think that there are some people, like, here's what I don't think that they're broken, right? I just think that they weren't raised right. They weren't raised right, and they weren't raised around enough socialization, because I gotta tell you guys, bro, nobody ever had to tell me, hey, don't be retarded to people in public, because you never know, a motherfucker might punch you in the face. You know why? Because I watched it happen to adults when I was a kid. I just saw it happen. Somebody gets a little too mouthy, starts talking to somebody that they don't know, and all of the sudden somebody's on the ground, right? And so by the time I got old enough to be a stupid teenager running around in the world, I knew better than to run up to a motherfucker and assume I knew what was what. So I just didn't do it. Yeah? But you've got a ton of people around that were raised on Xbox Live and shit, where like the worst thing that ever happened is somebody called you the N-word, right? You never got popped in the mouth. You never got your jaw jacked up real quick, right? And so those people, when they go out in public to make content with their friends, I don't know how to accelerate that learning process better than just popping a tooth out of their mouth. It's a guaranteed fix. That motherfucker ain't gonna be back out there the next week with his phone trying to get in somebody's face with it. It's over. Violence is not the answer. I mean, that's just not true, bro. Violence isn't always the answer, but violence is sometimes the answer. I can think of a number of scenarios in which violence is the preferred answer. A black eye is enough. No. Here's why I say you gotta pop a tooth, right? And maybe you think I'm wrong for this, but a black eye heals up way too quick, bro. And a black eye lets a motherfucker recontextual. You know how people will like, you ever have a friend where some shit happens, right? And then years later, that motherfucker's telling the story about how it happened, and it's nowhere near how it happened. The motherfucker's just completely changed the fundament of the story, right? A black eye allows a motherfucker to recontextualize it like, I kind of won that, bro. You barely even fucking hurt me, bro. You pop a tooth out of a motherfucker's mouth, he's got to walk around looking like a hillbilly for a couple of weeks until the dentist can get an implant made for him. Then he's got to pay $6,000 for that implant. Bro, that's a sting that don't go away as easy as a black eye. A black eye heals up in a couple of fucking days, And they're feeling all macho again. Like, man, oh, that fucking guy's lucky. Got fucking lucky. He hit like a bitch. No, you pop a tooth out of a motherfucker's mouth, they know they lost. There's no way you can go like, I fucked that guy up. Like, your friends ain't gonna buy that. No, he fucked you up. You ate your teeth right in front of everybody. And the good thing about that is if they're in a crew, it only has to happen to one of them. They see one of their friends do something stupid and get jaw jacked and knocked the fuck out and swallow a couple teeth. Good chance everybody in attendance learned a lesson, right? So that one act of violence radiated and taught a lesson to an entire generation. Pop. Tooth out your mouth. I don't know, man. This is a touchy situation that we're talking about. Because there is a part of me that, I was raised in that era, 80s and the 90s, right? Where bullying was, like, it's not that, like, teachers didn't take it seriously. It just wasn't it's just that teachers didn't take it seriously. I'm just going to put it. It was something that everybody kind of had to go through. And as much as I dislike the idea, it did enforce a certain amount of social grace out of most kids, except for the bullies, of course. The people that were at the top of the bully pyramid had to learn the hard way later in life, typically. So, I don't know if that has something to do with it. There's just way less socialization. It's just noticeable in young people, right? And I'm not trying to commit generational warfare here. I just notice a distinct lack of social ability in, like, the tweens and teens that are running around in public places. And, you gotta wonder if a tune-up would, make up for years and years and years of failed parenting. I happen to think it probably would in a lot of cases. Cobra Cack. Bro, stop it. Did you watch? Have you played? These are horrible fucking questions. These are yes or no questions, and typically the answer is no. Right? Kids are so disrespectful these days. I'm 35. If I was disrespectful as fuck when I was a kid too. I'm not expecting kids to be like perfect little angels out in public. It's just like there's a certain level of like, hey, you're being a fucking douchebag that we just didn't do. And that kids now, like, they like to whip their phones out and film that shit. And it's just like, I don't see any other way other than a tune-up. There's gonna have to be a tune-up at some point, Jack Blake! Oh my God, what a retard. Remember you? Nope, ban him. That's a nobody that thinks he's somebody. Get him out. I only let nobodies that know that they're nobodies up in here, bitch. Get out. Ain't nobody fucking remember you. Clear it all out. If it's stupid, if it's meaningless, if it's off topic, if it's self-serving, if it's an attempted joke, if it's anything other than a complete fucking sentence. Sorry. there's a 70 IQ limit here. And that's pretty low. That's 10 points below fucking Forrest Gump. Like Sus right there, that's a 65er. That's gotta go. Lil Baby White, that's gotta go. That's gotta go. It's all gotta go. 70 to 75 IQ required to ride this ride, okay? If your first reveal to me is literal retard level, you're not even gonna get acknowledged other than one of my mods is gonna goon you over the fucking head. Bing! No, I don't think weed rewired my brain and made me more creative. That's fucking retarded. Parents turning their kids in for doing smash and grab in LA was an example of the type of parents needed today. Yes. Dude, my parents would have fucking killed me if I did a smash and grab or stole from a store. Oh my God, bro. You guys have no fucking clue. It would have been capital J Jover. It just never happened, bro. I never got picked up for nothing. Other than by the FCC. But that, you know, that was it. I'm a retard, but I want to increase my intelligence. Any recommendations? Read a book. And then when you're done with it, read another book. And then start talking to people about the contents of those books and read other books, right? And before you know it, you'll have a few things to talk about other than the latest Instagram meme, the latest TikTok meme, which streamer / fictional character you think I look like, etc. Right? Like, you'll know some stuff that you can reference that isn't stuff that your parents read to you when you were a baby. It's not literal children's novels like Harry Potter or children's cartoons like Pokemon or all your fucking Japanese shit, right? You'll know something that, like, adults know. You'll know something that's complex and informative, right? What books should people read? Bro, there are probably like 1 billion fucking books on the planet. Pick one. Some of you motherfuckers, from the way you type, should probably start with 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, and work your way up from there. I'm just being real. One fish, 2 fish. What are a couple of books that are good to start with? It depends on what you're interested in, man. Easy to read, quick to read, informative book. I really like Ishmael. But if you're not a person that reads a lot of books, I wouldn't start there. Yeah, it's just like, you're gonna have to fucking, I don't know what to do. Take a reading course. I'm not even fucking kidding. Some of you motherfuckers, like, don't want to say it, but you just can't read. It's not that you can't sound it out. It's that you literally can't sit in front of a book and make it entertaining for yourself. And you don't want to say that. That's a problem, okay? It's a problem. You're not literate. And bro, when you start getting up in your fucking teens and 20s and the only comedic reference that comes out of your mouth ever is like SpongeBob or, whatever, it starts to get super fucking cringe and it starts to ostracize you. And because we live in a polite society, people just start avoiding you as a rule. And nobody really cares enough about you to tell you, like, hey, dude, nobody wants to talk about SpongeBob anymore, okay? So can you stop talking about that? Everybody's too polite to do that. So you just run rampant with it into your 20s, into your 30s, right? This is a huge problem. This is media illiteracy. Paul, as a former education IT employee, it's the funny things that ever happened working at this school. I'm an SEIU 99 local working for LA Unified. I mean, you know, for me, the funny things were always sad. It was always just like, this shouldn't be happening type of stuff. Like, I remember helping to train a teacher that was pretending to be technologically illiterate as a way of soft protesting the expansion of technology in the classrooms. And dealing with that woman play acting with me for hours was one of the most retarded things I've ever wasted my time doing. It's just like, I did what I was trained to do. I went in, I processed a training with her. I gave her one-on-one feedback, showed her how to use everything. Everything would be great. And then the next day she'd be complaining to the principal that nothing worked. I'd go in there, everything was working fine. She would play dumb like she didn't know how to use anything. I would train her again. It was like a loop. It was like a loop. And really what was going on, and I knew it, and she knew it, and everybody knew it, was she didn't like the technology shit, so she was just going to protest against it and hope that her classroom got to be different from everybody else's. That would infuriate me. Now take that in mind and then add 100 fucking help desk tickets, at least 120 maybe a day. So when you're wasting an hour and a half with that woman, that's an hour and a half of help desk tickets piling up. Was she old? Not old. Not old enough to make that excuse. What was the tech she was trying to avoid? Smart board, like we called them Promethean boards, or the company that we got them from were called Promethean boards. It's a projector with a board, and you can move the fucking cursor around and draw things on it, right? It was that. The district had just spent multiple millions of dollars buying hundreds and hundreds of these Promethean boards, installing them and training the teachers to use them. And some of the teachers just decided that they didn't want to use them. And there was, just like a little silent protest movement amongst the teachers. But, the district needed to be able to have any parent walk into those rooms and see that money. And when teachers were just like putting butcher paper over their smart boards and using markers and shit, you know what I mean? And just not even using the technology and stuff, that was a problem from the principal's point of view and a problem from the school board's point of view. And so that problem was passed to me. Well, you need to train these people. Well, I have. Train them again. Okay. Are you a Satanist? No. No, ma'am. No, sir. No person. I don't know. I just saw teachers all across the spectrum, math teachers, history. I saw teachers integrating it, using it in their lessons, using the tools that are provided. You know, the Promethean board came with a Promethean program that was specifically designed to allow you to do math. It did flashcards, it did math problems. You could sit at your desk and project it up there. It was very simple to teach on. I'm not going to lie to you. And the teachers that embraced it really ran with it, and it was more engaging to the kids than a blackboard. Kids loved to get up and use it, and it was like a little reward for them to get up and be able to use it to play different educational games or lead the class or draw something, right? And so it was a good reward structure for the teachers, like I said, that embraced it. It engaged kids in class in a functional way. And I watched that happen. And then I would watch teachers play dumb. And that was that. It's like, I have very little. This is a touchy subject. Teachers' unions are one of the largest unions in America, and certainly one of the most politically powerful. And they are also one of the most dysfunctional unions, because something that would not happen in any other union happens all the time in the teachers' union. And that is, the teachers' union automatically goes to bat for shitty teachers who aren't even trying to do their jobs. That doesn't happen if you're part of the pipe fitters union. If you're part of the pipe fitters union and every time you go on a job, you do it half-ass and it blows up and somebody has to go fix it, you're not going to be a pipe fitter very long. But if you're a shitty teacher, sometimes you'll just coast 30 fucking years on the job being shitty. No joke. And there's nobody to blame for it but the teachers' unions. Absolutely, protections go too far from some teachers. Dude, bad teachers, let me tell you what they're treated like, okay? And I don't mean to use incendiary language. I'm not implying that these teachers are doing any of this, but school districts treat bad teachers the same way the Catholic Church treats pedophile priests. They move them to another parish. They take them, oh, you're shitty. Well, we're going to send you to another school where we think you're going to get better coaching or whatever. Oh, now you're shitty over there. Yeah. The worst part about it is those people and this is why I tell you that the union is dysfunctional. Because here's one of the things I learned as the son of the president of a blue-collar union, is like this idea that people have that a union is about getting a cushy job and just kicking back and doing as little as possible and getting paid more for it is so fucking backwards, bro. In a blue-collar union, once you have a contract, you fulfill 110% of it. You know why? Because the next time your contract is up, you want more money. If the fucking factory goes to shit because everybody's lazy and resting on their laurels, you get less money. You see? But there's nothing tying performance to compensation in a teachers' union. And so there's no incentive for other teachers to band together and push out bad teachers. Yep. You do a shitty job and the company loses money, guess what? Next time contract negotiations come up, you don't even have ground to stand on. You're underwater already. And they're going to fucking take a bite out of your ass. And there ain't really, what argument can you make? We lost you money last year because you gave us a good contract. Give us a better one. It doesn't work that way. Except in the teachers union. Hiding shitty employees and covering their ass sounds like the police union. Well, that's another union we can talk about that does the same thing, right? performance is not tied to compensation in their contract. They can be as shitty as they want and they still get paid, right? That's a problem. Teaching isn't a rewarding enough profession to just join just to half-ass it. Yeah, well, some people do it. And the saddest part about it is when you got 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 or 20 of those teachers spread out over a big district, that's 20 teachers, 20 positions that would be filled by a young person who's got nothing but passion for teaching and really wants to do it. I saw young people just out of college, unable to get a contract as a teacher, work as substitutes and go into destitution and eventually give up, more than I saw them get hired on. Yeah. A lot of them just go, well, I'm going to go back to school and I'm going to get a secondary degree because education just ain't it. Also doesn't help when they refuse to retire. Well, that's another thing. It's like these sorts of things are enforced at a certain level. Like if grandpa is too old to be shoveling shit with the rest of the union members, grandpa gets a retirement party. Because the other union members aren't going to sit and make less because they're carrying the dead weight of grandpa who can't shovel shit anymore. Okay? But for some reason, a teacher just, well, whatever, she can teach forever. He can teach forever. I watched it happen, bro. I watched teachers that were just functionally out of it. Psychologically not there. Their kids were dirt, like the rooms were filthy. And when you'd go in there to fix a problem or something, the kids were just throwing shit at each other and fucking yelling and screaming and running around. There was nothing going on. Teacher sitting over at her desk reading a book on Facebook a lot of the times, right? And that teacher, right? The specific teacher I'm thinking of, I worked with that teacher for the entirety of a year with her filthy room, her mental breakdowns, her inability to control her classroom, right? And I tried to help her with her technology for the entirety of a year at the request of a really good principal who was really trying to make it work with her because he had no option. And at the end of the year, I heard she was leaving, and I was like, well, fuck it, hey, they finally fired the bitch? No, she just got transferred to another school. I remind you of anything? I remind you of anything? You know any other organizations that treat people like that? You know what I mean? Like it's fucking crazy, right? And that's the teachers unions doing. They think that, oh, well, if we put performance standards on her, then they're going to put it on us. And it's just like, you should want them on you. So many alts tonight, bro. Imagine burning 5, 10, 20 alts in a night, bro. Once again, Paul, I go for a poop, check my phone, and you're live. Well, guess what? You're going to have to get another fucking account because that's retarded. So, good job. You just fucked yourself. See you next alt. Dumb fuck. Read the room or shut the fuck up. You're not funny. You're not interesting. So, yeah, law enforcement, the Catholic Church, government agencies. No, I know. Imagine that's your pastime, is making alts on YouTube just to get fucking shit hammered as soon as you pipe up. And it's connected to what we're talking about. These are people that the education system failed them. They can't connect on a human level. They clearly can't participate in a conversation like this that's about a complex idea. And so they retreat to Hagrid. Well, you look like SpongeBob SquarePants. You look like a troll. Right? And it's exactly the result of what we're talking about. These are people whose parents didn't give a fuck enough to read, or maybe their parents couldn't read either. And they went to a school where they were functionally allowed to be socially promoted through school, and they never learned to read. Never learned to comprehend reading, never learned to interact like an adult, just missed all of that, right? And now they're unleashed on all of us. And we have to share oxygen and public spaces with these people who functionally, when it comes to communication, are the very essence of retarded. Tablet kids, yeah. We got to share space with these people. We got to share fucking, we got to be in the fucking queue behind this motherfucker, right? Got to be in the gas station waiting to pay behind this idiot. Mouth breathers, people that just literally have no point of reference other than their solipsistic little worldview. And it leads people to just make endless alts, like in an online setting. Well, I can't get positive attention. I certainly can't participate in this conversation. So let me get one little hit of negative attention for my 5 or 6 minutes that it takes to set up a new alt account. It's wild. And it's actually sad. It's like a tiny little intellect crying out to be noticed in a room full of people that have read a book or two. I'm not claiming to be some fucking super genius here. I'm not. Got a pretty fucking average intelligence. I've just read books. I've just lived an adult life. I've been on my own since I was 18, paid my own bills, never asked a person for a fucking thing since I was 18. I was prepared for that life by my parents and the school system. And I don't know how to interact with you when you're 20-something and all you can do is talk about SpongeBob and Harry Potter. I don't even know how to fucking contextualize that. That is so opposite of my experience. So it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, you're asking me about what intervention can you make, right? For a person that was raised by a tablet, who went to a 40-to-1 shitty public school system that socially promoted them and never taught them to read or write. How do you catch a 20-year-old up that's in that position? Fuck me, dude. I don't know. I was in IT, not education. I literally don't know. I mean, I know. I know of some ways you could functionally fix it. Like those people could avail themselves. It's like, okay, I don't mean to boomer out, but I'm learning Mandarin right now, right? I'm using Duolingo, the app, right? 很高兴认识你，你好吗？我是美国人，我不喜欢跑步， I'm learning, right? And I started from functional zero, right? So I didn't know a single fucking thing about Mandarin. And now I can speak some pretty complex sentences if I slow it down and, put together all the little words that it's slowly introducing to me. I'm availing myself of this technology in order to accelerate my learning process when it comes to something that's interesting to me. I would be functionally locked out of doing that if I didn't have a pretty decent reading and reading comprehension level, right? If I didn't have a basis in English, how am I going to use English to learn Mandarin? You feel me? And so it just locks the door on people. And so the only thing that I can think of that is functionally like a way to is like, dude, I'm an atheist, but I have always liked the saying, God helps them who helps themselves. You probably live at a time now where you've got more access to information, easily digestible information than at any point in human history by a fucking by leaps and bounds, by an order of magnitude or two. Okay? So those people are going to have to realize that being stupid isn't getting them anywhere other than ostracized in public, made fun of, and left behind. And those people are going to have to avail themselves of the technology that is out there and the information that is out there and pull themselves up out of ignorance. It's never been easier than it is now. But if you don't start until you're 30, fuck, bro, you got some catching up to do. In fact, if you're in your fucking 20s and you're still talking about shit you watched when you were 10, so that's a decade of suspended animation, right? You watched SpongeBob when you were 10, and now you're goofing about SpongeBob all day, and it's the only real, like, piece of media that you can reference in a deep way. That's 10 years of suspended animation, bro. It's not good. Wu Shuo Yingwen He Zhangwen. He's like Hagrid from Harry Potter, a book that's written for 5 to 10-year-olds. I'm 22. I'm a virgin. I think that I think that I'm a victim that because women won't talk to me. So I play World of Warcraft. I have a wife in World of Warcraft. Her name is Sabrina. She lives in Nebraska, and we are in love with each other. And as soon as I make enough money, we're going to live together. It's like, and we're just supposed to like kick back and be like, all right, bro. 20-year-olds and shit, bro. I ain't got time, homie. If that's where you're at, dude, if you're that far behind the fucking times, bro, behind the fucking 8 ball, I really ain't got time to bring you up to speed, bro. I have a girlfriend. Her name is Sabrina. She plays a warlock. She's the best warlock. She plays a warlock, and someday, she doesn't have a microphone right now, but she says she wants to get a microphone so we could talk to each other on Ventuelo. We're going to talk to each other on Ventuelo as soon as she gets a microphone. And then I'm saving money from when I mow the lawn for my mom and my dad. They give me $5 each time I mow the lawn. And I figure if I do that for 1 year, I will move and we get an apartment together and then we get married. This guy look like SpongeBob. This guy look like Hagrid. This guy look like Hagrid from Harry Potter. I like Harry Potter quite a bit. I think it's actually a really good book because it teaches lots of lessons about life and whatnot. And I think it's funny. Where do you think I got that voice from, bro? Listening to motherfuckers that sound just like that. And they're everywhere, bro. I didn't even know that was a fucking thing that happened to people back in the fucking 80s. But for now, bro, I probably meet 2-3 people a month that talk like that, bro. Just in passing through my internet area, bro. Fucking crazy. Nah, dude. Nah. Here's the fucked up thing, bro. It ain't Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump was a fucking genius in comparison to these fucking people. He always made the right decision, even if it was for the wrong reasons. These broccoli top motherfuckers with the monitor tan, bro, there's no hope, bro. They'd have gotten run over at the beginning. Like if you took the average fucking Zoomer, failed by their parents, raised on a tablet, right? Or I guess they'd be a fucking alpha now, right? You take like, how old was Forrest when he ran like from the truck? Remember at the beginning? Probably 12, something like that. 10, 11, 12, something in that range, right? Take the average right now. Every last one of those motherfuckers is getting splattered and they ain't even got leg braces. Every last one of those motherfuckers, the movie ends in the first 10 minutes when they get run over by the truck because they're too stupid to get out of the way. They're probably going for their cell phone to film it and just get mowed down, and then it's over. Da-na-na-na-na-na, na-na-na. You know, the feather floats away. Roll credits. No. You think you're, okay, so wait a minute. Hold up. Let's do it again. Let's take your average. How old was Forrest when he went to Vietnam? 20? Take your average 20-year-old right now, your average American 20-year-old, and drop them in Vietnam. What do you think the odds of that motherfucker coming home is? Ever. See what I'm saying? You shame Forrest Gump by comparing some of these motherfuckers to him. Like I said, Forrest Gump is like Einstein in comparison to some of these motherfuckers, dude. And when you look at what he was able to accomplish with his limited intellect, most of these motherfuckers, their biggest accomplishment in life is already behind them. It was like a world first raid boss clear. That's where their story ends. And then, wouldn't you know it, we were the first guild on North American servers to kill Yogg Sothoth. Mama always tells me I should get a job. I tell her to leave me alone. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even compare the motherfuckers to Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump had it all over these motherfuckers. It was the happiest moment of my life. It was on that day when I pretended to be sick so I could stay home and play World of Warcraft that I saw the most beautiful night elf I'd ever seen. Her name was Jenny. She was a necromancer. And I was a paladin. I was feeling like I didn't know which way to go in life. So I went and found this man named Andrew Tate. He was a manly man. He taught me everything I knew about how to hustle the grind set. None of these motherfuckers are even comparable to Forrest Gump. They're sub-Gump, is what I'm saying. Motherfuckers are sub-Gump. They're doing worse than Gump. And Gump's mom had to fuck the principal so he didn't get sent to retard school. Sub-Gump. Forrest Gump knew better than to fucking get going with a grifter like fucking Andrew Tate. These motherfuckers can't even claim Gump. Sub-Gump, dude. Mom was always telling me when I feel bad, I should just get out of the house. But that bitch doesn't know nothing. So I sit around and I play Pokemon all day. I love Pokemon. I gotta catch them all. I have 151 out of 157 shinies on Pokemon Silver Sword. It's like Sub-Gump. Sub-Gump. And that's where you're fucking at, bro? Gump's mama had to fuck the principal so that he didn't get sent to the retard school. And you're below him. The fuck does that mean, bro? For you? Is there a Mr. Gump? Mrs. Gump? He's on vacation. When I was about 8 years old, I was playing on the internet, and I saw something that would change my life. Brrr, skibbity bop bop bop, yes, yes, skibbity bop. It was a guy's head popping out of a toilet. It was the most funniest thing. Sub-Gump. Mama always said, well, I guess Mama didn't say much at all, but the tablet always said, click next to see the next cartoon. And I always thought that that was pretty much like life. Sub-Gump. Whenever I would get confused, Mama would just hand me the tablet and say, "Get out of here, Forrest. Go sit somewhere and be quiet. I've got a migraine." Mama always had a migraine. Sub Gump. Dude, Gen Alpha Gump would die the first time he stepped out of the house because he's fucking allergic to pollen or some shit. All right, little Forrest. Time for you to go outside. But, Mom, I want to play Pokemon Silver. I know, Forrest, but it's a beautiful day. Now, come on. Okay. Mama, my lungs are closing up. It'd be like a 10-minute movie. Sub Gump, dude. When I was about 13 years old, I met a man that dressed in a giant mascot costume. It made my penis hard, so I went and begged Mama to buy me a big purple one so I could go to a furry con and yiff. It was real fun, rubbing my dong up against a furry butt at the fur con. That's pretty much the only thing I did from that point on in my life was goon to furry porn. I had 72 gigabytes of furry porn. Sub Gump. Fuck, bro. That's true. No, I mean, 50% of American adults read below a 6th grade level. Let me repeat that. 50% of American adults read below a 6th grade level. Sub Gump. Forrest Gump could read fucking Curious George. Look it up. This is Department of Education statistics. 50% of American adults read at a 6th grade level or below. We call that functional illiteracy. They can sound it out, but they can't put it together. The average contract to rent an apartment is written at an 8th grade level. What you think about that? So the people that tell me that I'm just doing like generational warfare, I think they want me to ignore all of that shit. I'm not gonna do it. Sub Gump, bro. Sub Gump. I have 78 gigabytes of opie lolly porn. I like opie lolly porn. Fucking Sub Gump. Fucking Sub Gump, bro. Speaking of apartments, how is the house search going? I haven't been doing it. After I got fucking literally booty blasted trying to move to this little California town, I was like, I quit for a bit. Not forever, but we're just, look, we're fine where we're at. We're just gonna sit on it because I can't do it. So we're looking in other places now. No wonder they think they're being progressive voting for a cop. I know. Led around by their nose, voting for what is ostensibly the Republican Party now, and then shaming anybody who won't do it as a Nazi. Fear-mongering Trump like he's Darth Vader when he's literally just some numpty fucking moron. It's crazy out there, yo. It's crazy out there. Giga-based. VP debate was depressing. Everything about this electoral cycle is depressing. I cannot tell you how excited I am for this electoral cycle to be over. I feel like I'm too stubborn to just pull the plug now. So I'm going to finish it out. But next year, I won't be participating in any of the fucking debate bullshit. I just don't even care. I don't want to do it anymore. I won't be paying attention. If there's like a Labor Party, I'll start paying attention. If we establish an American Workers' Party that is, you know, in the contention, I'll start paying attention again. But as long as it's Republican versus Republican, I'm done. I'm done pretending that my illusion of choice matters in this fucking country. I'm done. No more insight from me. I'm just gonna make fun of you fucking monkeys. That's it. I'm just gonna point and laugh. You guys are gonna hate me even worse, but oh, it's gonna be so much better. Because I have been misquoted, misinterpreted, fucking deliberately and non-deliberately. I have been vote shamed. I've been called a Republican, which is like, oh, you guys have no fucking clue what you're talking about. I've been called a Nazi. This is absurd. By people on the left, bro. It's gotten to the point where there's really no difference. There's red MAGA and blue MAGA. Pick your side. So I'm done with it after this cycle. I'm too stubborn. Like I said, I've been following it all fucking like for 4 years, basically. But I'm done. This is my last electoral cycle. Thank you very much. Horseboy called you a fash. Oh no. It's true though. Called a fascist. The whole nine, bro. It's fucking wild. So I'm just done with it, bro. Well, that's the thing. As far as like my direct participation and stuff, my whole center has been trying desperately to get people on the left to apply some sort of electoral pressure to the Democratic Party to stop it racing right. and they just don't do it. They're not interested in doing it. And I'm not interested in trying to convince them to do it anymore. And to be honest with you, they've ideologically moved. When I say they, I mean Democrats and liberals and people that are, puffing the regime. They've moved ideologically so far from me that I see them as opponents. So, in the same vein as I see Republicans as opponents, right? Politically speaking. And so I'm done. I'm done trying to convince them of my side. I'm not the guy to do it. Somebody else can take up the mantle of, beating their fucking head against a stone. I'm done. I'm gonna kick back, point, and laugh. And it's gonna be fucking great. Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to tell people, and this is before all of the Kamala shit. I mean, people that have been watching me will tell you that I've been on record for years about this. If all you do is announce your intention to vote blue no matter who, what incentive do the Democrats have to ever even consider moving left on anything? Right? If they can lurch right and still keep the same amount of people that are going to vote blue no matter who, then what's the point of doing it? Right? And that question's never been functionally answered. At least not to my satisfaction. And so I'm done asking it. And I'm also after, watching this DNC and it being almost indistinguishable from an RNC 5 years ago, just nothing but cop, military person, cop, military person. It was fucking crazy, bro. I'm done. It's Republican or Republican, and I'm a far leftist. There's nobody even close to that on the ballot. So I'm done. And I'm done trying to teach Democrats how to accomplish their stated goal of pushing the Democrats left. I don't know how they're going to do it if, like, literally so many prominent leftist voices announced their intention to vote for Joe Biden no matter what. This was while the doddering old fool was still the front runner. And I just want to, individually strangle each one of you. Because it's like, why would you give away your leverage? Oh my God, bro. It's Republican versus Republican with rainbow pander flag. You know what? One of the saddest fucking things is gonna be when queer people realize that the Democrats are done. I haven't heard one word out of Kamala Harris's mouth on the campaign trail or otherwise about trans people or gay people or queer acceptance. Dude, the Dems are done with you fucking bitches. They used you like a cum rag, and now they don't need you anymore, and they're done with you. Get ready to go on the pay no mind list again. So it's about to be Republican versus Republican, period. You're off the fucking agenda. They don't give a fuck about you. They used you while it was hot. People are tired of your bullshit. People are tired of fucking opposing it. Now they're on to something else. How you feel? You got used, abused, and you got nothing out of it but Joe Biden. You got gaslit about Joe Biden until the 11th hour. And then you got probably the weakest Democrat. In fact, I will say it, the weakest Democratic candidate in the last 5 election cycles. She's underperforming Hillary Clinton, she's underperforming Joe Biden in 2020. Yikes. Do you work? I own my own business. Yeah. I'm working now. I'm a podcaster. I've done nothing but podcasting to make my money for the last 10 years, and I do well for myself. What do you do for a living? I want an answer out of that guy. I'm sick of people asking that question as a sneak diss. I'm a business owner, and I've always made my own money. I've been on my own since I was 18. What do you do for a living? Put him on a 30-second timer and ban him if he doesn't answer. It doesn't take long to type your fucking profession. Where you at? I told you what I do for a living. Now what do you do for a living? Let's scrutinize your job. Come on. You got about 10 seconds by my reckoning. Nuke him. Motherfucker turned into my grandma trying to type as soon as he got asked a question. Duh, 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 duh. Get out. See ya. He has a lemonade stand. I play World of Warcraft and I'm married to a girl named Sophia. She's a night elf druid. Do you even work for a living? Subgump. Grinder looks dope. Yeah, this is a push trees grinder. It's there's a weed influencer guy named Dope as Yola. It's his brand. Friends with his stepdad. And so I get cool, push trees gifts. I go into furry porn all day. Bro, I have pushed Walter Jr. out of my mind because I did not want to learn to impersonate him because I knew I wouldn't be able to stop, okay? It was so hard for me. I was so glad that he wasn't in a whole lot of it. But, oh my God, dude, Walter Jr. It was awful. I don't know why. I don't know why it had to be that way, bro. I can see his face, but I can't hear his voice. How long do you think it'll take these libs to realize the DNC doesn't give a fuck about them? They'll never realize it. A lot of them have happily moved right with the party. Look at how they cheer at a Kamala rally. And you look out and there's a bunch of black people and they're cheering because she's bragging about how she's going to be tougher at the border than Trump. This is a different party, bro. If I were more invested in trying to put together the shambles that is leftism outside of the Democratic Party, there'd be 5 alarm bells ringing right now. There's been a huge right-wing shift in this country, and leftists need to fucking perk the fuck up and be aware. Might, I don't want to be an alarmist, but it might be time for you to go out and purchase a weapon. Okay? Pro-war, right? Pro-Israel, pro-cop, anti-immigration, pro-capitalist, pro-big pharma. What the fuck? Drill baby drill leftists. No, these are Republicans, folks. A lot of these motherfuckers were just a hop, skip, and a jump away anyway, and they happily have walked. So fuck the Democrat Party. I said that many years ago, but I mean it now. It's now the Republican Party in my mind. And anybody that simps for it, whether it's during an election year or not, is a fucking Republican. And that's that. And I have no counter argument for a Republican, because the only effective counter, as I've been told a million fucking times in the last 4 years, is the Democrats. So arguing about which fucking Republican politician gets in, that's just an exercise in pointlessness. I'll be talking about labor. I'll be making fun of the political process. And that'll be that. I liked Tim Walz before he had to subjugate himself to Kamala Harris. What did Tim say at the last debate? The expansion of Israel and its proxies are fundamental to a safe America or some shit. Like, he's just like completely gone off the rails. He's just like, well, yeah, if you want to be vice president, Tim, you have to dump all that leftist shit and become a Republican. Are you cool with that? Oakley dokley. He's totally cool with it. So fuck him. If he would have stepped into the role and been a firebrand leftist, yeah. But no, he's just absolutely, fundamentally adopted Kamala Harris's position. He wouldn't have been asked to be VP if he wasn't willing to do it. So fuck him. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sick of this topic, y'all. It just pisses me off. But good riddance to bad rubbish, bro. But I do think that at some point, maybe we need to have a talk about what it means that the Democrats have jumped right and dragged their shitty fucking do-nothing libs with them and just made a twin Republican Party, and what that means for leftists in this country. Yikes. But I'm gonna have to leave that for another night, because number one, dude, I'm just too, it's fucking with my vibe, and it's fucking Friday night, and I don't feel like I wish I wasn't so emotionally invested sometimes. It's a blessing and a curse for me. I really think that. My ability to access emotion and to emotionally connect with intellectual things, I think, makes me watchable to a lot of people, and probably makes me unwatchable to a lot of people as well, but fuck them. You can't please everybody. That being said, I feel like a lot of times I have an inability to stave it off, which, I'm sure there are times where it will really serve me, now being one of them. It's an interesting conversation, but I just can't keep having it. I can just feel myself like winding up, and I don't want to be wound up. How about them Eagles? I don't care, bro. I don't care. I don't know, man. I saw that panic buying shit going on. I saw people lining up at like a Walmart, and everybody's cart was just filled with toilet paper. And I was like, I have this dual nature when it comes to humanity. I love people so much. I always have. I'm intensely interested in individual people. And I'm intensely interested in the sociological kind of like interplay when groups of individuals interact, right? I find human psychology fascinating. And I find human beings individually to be very fascinating creatures. But when I see a piece of media like that, where it's just like, and I hate to say this because I'm a big fat fuck too, but every last one of the motherfuckers in this video was a big fat fuck. On top of being in line at the Walmart, basically like economically looting, hoping that you could, I don't know, hoping you're the last person in town that gets to wipe their ass with trees. It drives me absolutely functionally fucking insane. And I don't know how to reconcile that. We're such a shitty species to each other that it's hard to not notice it. Oh, bro, during COVID, the area I was in was out of toilet paper. Like, here's the thing. There was enough stock at local places that even without resupply, they would have been able to supply everybody's butt wiping needs for like 6 months or like 3 months or something like that. It was gone in 3 days. People literally were loading up fucking U-Haul trucks with toilet paper during COVID. It's fuck you got mine. And that's why I'm saying that this like tenuous little fabric that seems to be fraying at every edge that keeps us all kind of like polite and non-competitive, as soon as that there's a crack in that veneer, people are gonna eat each other fucking quick. It's not even gonna be like a slow thing. People are just gonna start roving and preying and stealing, and I think in some places they're probably already doing it. Like, we're watching a collapse. We're watching a collapse. And there's your depressing bullshit for the night, right? Anyway, I'm done.